Let's start the game. Oh, hello there. You must be here for speed dating. My name's Fran. I run this little operation. We got all kinds of ghosts here. Nice ones, sad ones, a few spooky customers. Gets lonely being a ghost. It has been pretty difficult. It has? Wonderful. Then let's get started. We've got 3 rooms set up, each with their own super fun themes. You pick one and sit at a table. Another ghost who also signed up sit across from you. You'll have a few minutes to get to know them, then a bell rings and you switch seats. Just like that. In all, you'll meet 3 ghosts over 2 rounds, and at the end, you get to choose your favorite. If they liked you too, you go on a date. How's all that sound? I can't wait. Neither can I. First things first, though. It isn't really a room at all. It's more of a garden courtyard. The sun beats down as you squint to see what's growing. Rows upon rows of yellow and brown plants, drying and rotting in the sun. What fruit these plants produce shriveled on the vine. But there's a peace to this place. The crickets are chirping. And well beyond the garden, a train passes. You sit at a table opposite an empty chair. The bell rings, and a ghost appears. Ooh. I'm a ghost. Ooh. Ooh. Wait. Lol. Isn't it great being dead? It is pretty neat, right? Being dead is the best way to live. I'm Drea. I'm, like, dead, obviously. I'm also, like, dead. Go figure. Let's be dead together. What do you do for fun? I haunt places. Like, actually scare people. Nothing too mean. Just like flicker lights off and on, move stuff around so it floats, push people downstairs, you know, ghost stuff. Fun. That all sounds amazing. Even the stair thing? Yes. I was kidding. What the heck's wrong with you? Drea looks around. Man, look at this place. Only ghosts would think a rotting garden is a good place to pick up. And yet you're here. Well, yeah, I'm here. Ever tried dating ghosts in the wild? They all just contort and wail, and not in the good way. What are you into? Boobies? They snort a little. No, but seriously. I've gone out with all kinds. Pretty girls in dresses who carry their own heads. A shadow who refused to let me look directly at him. Being dead is great. It's the other dead people that kill me. I'm still not used to any of this. When I was alive, I loved jokes about dying. Life sucked. Jerks everywhere, never enough money. The jerks got the money. I'd be all, the best way to die is now, before death does me in. It should at least buy me dinner. Jokes, you know? But now that I am dead, it just feels right, like maybe it was meant to be, which I guess makes sense, since we all die in junk. Antler Ghost rang that bell thing. That means we change places. See you in a bit. Oh, hello there. I'm Hattie. You'll have to forgive me. I'm a little shy. It's just so nice to get out of the home, to see a new face. The home? I haunt the old folks' home, where I died. Queen Mary's. It's not a nice place to live, let alone die. They treated you poorly? I wouldn't say poorly. The nurses do their best, but they are short-staffed. The residents are frequently neglected. To make Queen Mary's a little better, that is my mission in death. I can't do this voice. My throat is already hoarse. How do you help? Any way I can. I keep watch on vitals, ring a nurse when needed, tuck residents in at night. In their final moments, I whisper in their ears. There is more, I say. Just you wait. That's so nice. I never thought death would be like this. As ghosts, we have power over the living. Whether they know it or not, we ought to use that power for good. I agree. Now that you're dead, what do you do with your time? I'm still figuring that out. It's strange being dead. There's a Bible verse I think about sometimes. It is better for you to enter the kingdom of God with one eye than to have 2 eyes and be thrown into hell. where the worms that eat them do not die, and the fire is not quenched. I still have both my eyes, but what I see isn't like hell. Hell is other people. I've heard that. I don't believe it. I can't imagine anything worse than being alone. Were you alone when you were alive? No, I had a partner. Milton. He's still alive, actually. A resident at the home. Oh, that's so sad. Well, I guess that's our time. I suppose I will see you again when I come back around. Thank you for the talk. Another ghost appears. Oh! How fun! Why are they looking at me? Wow. You are not like the others. I could say the same about you. I am a vengeful spirit, not unique among ghosts, just perhaps among these ghosts. What brings vengeance to speed dating? I was a man, an accountant. Gary. That name sounds wrong now. Silly. Common. Gary liked the patter of rain, baseball games, and decaffeinated tea. What happened to Gary? My controller vibrated. The knife. I still feel the blade. The life draining out. Emptied. An empty space. Where once there was something, now cobwebs. A draft. Who killed you? I do not remember. Can you help me remember? Oh, poor Gary. Your time with Gary ends before you have a chance to answer. Perhaps if you get to know Gary a little better, you can help him. Help him remember how he died. It's one way to spend an evening. Oh, here goes the second round. Everybody's so flippin' gloomy here. I keep thinking, who died? We can liven it up. Oh man, okay, like a prank. Maybe we try to scare the other ghosts. Who haunts the haunters or something? They seem hard to spook. You're probably right. That one ghost especially. The creepy guy with the huge mouth. No, the old lady who looks like a snowball. Horrifying. I did see a panicky looking little ghost. They went into another room. If only they were here. Man, we should just go haunting. Freak out some flesh bags. Give them something to be afraid of. Maybe. Like, you're gonna do better than me here? Or anywhere? Most ghosts are sad as heck. Or boring. Lots of boring ones, too. Do you know a lot of ghosts? Mostly ones I met at punk shows. It's great because you never need a ticket. So why are you here? I want to meet ghosts who aren't like me. I'm sick of doing the same things. But then I actually remember I like doing those things. I just really want to share them with someone new. I know I probably sound pathetic. This was okay. Come find me after. We'll do something. What exactly do you have in mind? You'll see. Hello again. How is speed dating going? Is it everything you hoped it would be? Not you're my favorite so far. There are some weirdos here. Weirdos? That's not very nice, now is it? Even the living are a little weird. The dead? Well, just look at me. I look like cotton balls. I suppose you're right. You're darn right I'm right. I've been around the bend, lived longer than most of these other ghosts have been dead. I know a thing or two, even still. Dying has shown me there's still a lot to learn. Like meatballs? Always something new worth knowing. Hattie looks at the garden rotting around you. Do you like gardening? I like gardening. I never much cared for flowers. They're beautiful, but they sure don't last. Vegetables are where it's at. I love ones that grow like the Dickens. Squash, snap peas, spaghetti squash vines are thick and sharp. They will choke other plants if you're not careful. I like tomatoes. Tomatoes are finicky plants. They need water to survive, of course, but too much and they'll start to get sick. Now that we're ghosts, I know we don't need to eat, but still like to think about food. Helps something live, you know? Oop, there's the bell. I'm due at the nursing home tomorrow. I'd be honored if you'd join me. It's not as exciting a date as other ghosts might offer, but it has its rewards. Someone dear to me is taking a turn for the worse. I'm afraid he only has a few days left. I want to make sure he knows they won't be his last. I'll be at Queen Mary's at 7 a.m. Hope to see you there. Aw, she wants to stay and talk to me. How did you die? Let's focus on you for now. That is fair. I only recall slivers of my last moments alive. Emotions, work, a shadow along the wall. I know these memories are important. I do not know how they fit together. Tell me about the emotions. There was anger, frustration, guilt. Now all I long for is revenge. It pumps through me like blood, but how can I need revenge when I don't know what happened? But I don't know who is to blame. You mentioned a shadow? The shadow was long, dark, but familiar. It crept along the wall. It crept through the office as we worked at night. It came for me. It has a name. Oh, why can't I remember its name? Now they look sort of sad. Maybe we should go to your old office. I haven't been back. As much as there's something drawing me to that place, there's more pushing me away. I'll be by your side. Sentimental. And yet, knowing I will not do this alone, it helps. I still feel the blade, the life draining out. Join me after the final bell. Together we will discover why. Let's go with Gary. Gary! We arrive at the bus stop where Gary asked you to meet. The last bus went by hours ago. Still, there are other ghosts waiting for something. One natters to herself like a squirrel. Another is on the ground, arms around his knees, rocking back and forth. The third ghost has his back turned, staring silently into the darkness. It's Gary. Oh, his little bow tie! He's wearing a bow tie. I wore a bow tie. Are you ready? I believe so. This is something I must face eventually. I suppose eventually is tonight. Where are we going? We are going to the place where I died. The office where I worked as an accountant. Under the tracks. Where the trains grind and the walls shake. The dead end of a crooked drive. Sounds spooky. Yes, spooky. A dim purple light washes over Gary's face. The dead of night bus has arrived. The bus is not sanctioned by any city. Its driver is a wisp, a fragment of a broken spirit trained to perform repetitive tasks. You and the other ghosts get on the bus. There is no fare. You're all paid the price. Is he smiling? The office is just as I remember it. I sat in that corner. Accounting is not thrilling work, but it can be exceptionally busy. The papers on Gary's old desk are carefully stacked. It seems like he'd like to keep things orderly. My partner's desk, always a mess. Papers and rotting food cover every inch of this other desk. Service. What about your service? Not my service. Service was my partner. Service Gelk. What was he like? I worked with the man for 16 years, at first for a bank. We were miserable, so we struck out on our own. He turns on the desk lamp to get a better look at the papers. He was a friend. He was a thief. The green and gold lamp collecting dust on Service's desk casts a long shadow. The shadow begins to move. It creeps along the wall until it hangs squarely over Gary. He was telling our clients they owed money. Money they did not owe. He would pocket it for himself. Small amounts, so I would not notice. But even small numbers do not add up. He seems troubled by something. When I confronted him, there was a fight. In this room? Yes. I killed him. Oh god. I still feel the blade, the knife in my hand. I looked for gloves, bleach. I found them, but I could not hide what I'd done. Instead, I called the police. Sitting quietly in the dark, I waited for them to arrive. When the officers knocked on the door, I was so scared. They warned me, but I couldn't let go. I'm gonna pick up this controller. I couldn't let go of the weapon. Frozen in place right there in our office. They shot me where I stood. I died here, same as Service. At least you know. I am haunted by an act of vengeance, not the need for it. I am sorry for bringing you here. I am sorry I am not good. You're a good ghost, Gary. I am not, but now that I know what I have done, I will carry it with me. Atone. Perhaps then I will be good. A good ghost. Gary is gone. The office is darker now. On the wall you see a portrait, 2 smiling men. Service and Gary the day they opened their firm. The office begins to shake as the first train of the day rolls by overhead, but the picture stays fixed to the wall. Wow. Okay, well, let's do another one. Hello again. Nice to see you. I'll just put your name down and you can go right in. Let's go to the room of palms. Looks like the basement of an old church. Faded linoleum floors. Spare walls with the odd, religious print framed in peach-colored wood. On one side is a large open kitchen. Old refrigerators donated by the congregation hum and drip. This must be where the cabbage smells is coming from. Rows of long tables are set up for the next spaghetti supper. They work well enough for today's speed dating. The bell rings and a ghost appears. Oh, okay. Sup? I'm Riley. You're pretty hot for a ghost. You're not so bad yourself, right? Isn't Naughty making a duck face? Isn't it cool we stay the age we died? Makes dying young a little better. Why are you speed dating? You're probably thinking, what's this hunk of man doing here? I feel ya. Even hunks need a little help sometimes. It's been a while since I did it. Still haven't found the one, you know? I've tried mixers, personal ads, beefy boy seeks nice ghost for some one-on-one. Nothing doing. So I figured I'd give this one a go. It seemed fun. So you're into sports? How did you know? The football in your head? Kinda hard to miss, huh? I played football in college. Too much football, it turned out. How about you? You into sports? I guess, yeah. Awesome. If you had to pick one, which one would you pick? Volleyball, curling, or football? I would choose volleyball. Volleyball? Too delicate for this meathead. Delicate? I don't know if you've seen volleyball. But like, you gotta dive, you gotta jump, you gotta smack your head into the freaking floor. I'm trying not to swear, I promise. It's just my regular vocabulary. Volleyball is intense. I like to run. And I get physical. Oh, and get physical. Coach actually made me play once. Said it'd be good for my reflexes. It didn't go well. I kept wanting to catch the ball. So why football? Like, where do I even start? It's like... The bell rings. Oh snap, halftime. Guess we can call timeout. Let's keep this going in the second half. Oh wow. Hello, sunshine. They take a long drag of their cigarette. The smoke rises up through their hollow frame, pumping out holes in their back. They let you smoke in here? I didn't ask. Won't make much difference now. My name's Vera. That or the lady in smoke. That's what the ghost hunters call me. Ghost hunters? Living weirdos trying to prove we exist. Hunter sounds dramatic. Give them too much credit. For years now, I've haunted Vegas, the glitzier condominiums on the strip. Obnoxious houses behind gates. I wake up, rich fools at night, shrouded in gray smoke, jangling pennies, wailing, pay the price, junk like that. Thanks. Spend lots of time working on it. I like when they choke on the smoke, choke themselves awake. Then they see me floating at the foot of their bed, looking ready for a funeral. It works, except when the smoke alarm goes off, and it's not as scary. So you're famous, I guess. Word gets around. I'm a regular topic. On midnight radio. Not that it matters. It ain't like being famous when you're alive. What's different about it? For one thing, no one knows what you look like. The best I get is looking familiar. A lot of people have heard of the lady in smoke, but there's like one photo out there of me. It's all grainy. I don't look too bad though. The grain hides the wrinkle. I think you look nice. Don't get charming with me. I'm immune to it. I'll tell you now, you want to get along with me? Honestly, honesty is the way to go. Anything else and I'm gone, just like that. I'm a puff of smoke. What brings you to speed dating? Curiosity. It's good to be curious, especially now. When you've been dead as long as I have, you start feeling like you've seen it all. Hold on to that curiosity. It'll save your life. Don't you mean death? Whatever. Guess that's the bell. We'll have to pick this up later. See ya. Ooh, orange. Oh, wow. Hey. Hey, I'm Stephanie. But you can call me Steph. Everybody does. Hi, Steph. Hey. Oh gosh, I'm nervous. I've never done anything like this before. I spent like an hour putting my face on this morning. What brings you to speed dating? I've been single for a while. At first, it was great. I did what I wanted to do, taught myself some Japanese, played my clarinet every day without fail, allowed myself time to get to know the real me. But after a while, the silence gets to you. My cat only says so much. Tell me about your cat, Clarence, after the angel, but he's more of a demon, especially around food. You know how most cats have this pleasant meow, almost a mew. Clarence wails and whines, all raspy like he's dying or dead. You probably think I'm so weird. We're all a little weird. I suppose it beats being normal. There's nothing worse than meeting someone and running out of things to say after like 10 minutes. That's why I'm here. There's no time to get bored. If you do, it's almost impressive. Tell me about the clarinet. You gotta commit to it. When I first learned as a kid, we rented one, which was gross because, well, you have this cloth. It's like a little metal thing attached to a long string. The cloth is on the other end. When you're done playing, you take the mouthpiece off, run the little metal thing through the clarinet to pull the cloth through and despitify it. What if you don't? It's not a big deal. It'll just get gross after a while, kind of moldy. Do you miss playing? Not really. I mean, I still practice every day. Can dead people play the clarinet? Of course not. They're dead. They can't breathe, so they can't play. Why even ask that? Because you can't breathe. Of course they can breathe. I'm talking to you, aren't I? That's different. How? Because you're dead. Because you're dead. Are you threatening me? Girl, no. Because that is super not cool. I'm gonna tell Fran. She'll ban you. You're a ghost, Steph. Wait, what? What do you mean? Oh no, she doesn't know she's dead. No, wait, the bell can't be ringing yet. I don't understand. We're dead? Did I die? Am I a ghost? She's gonna go to her next tape and be like, what? Sup, I'm Riley again. Haha, so like, what should we talk about now? Got any dating tips? Dating tips, huh? I'm only a player on the field. Off it, love's no game for me. I just try to be real and ask the same of others. It's pretty simple, actually. I don't want to answer either of these options. I like you too. That was fast. But the second round is like a fast round. So like, I was thinking it might be fun to see a game together. My old team's playing our state rivals. It's been a while since I've checked in on them. Hello again, Sunshine. Good to see you back around. We only touched on my past last time. Us ghosts tend to look back a lot, reflect, obsess maybe. Hard to know a ghost without knowing how she lived. So how did you live? I made my life in Vegas. Went there when things started booming. Figured I could make some money. At first I lost a whole bunch. Slots, they'll get you good. Then I took this job, working for a casino boss, his executive assistant. I told him when to wear a tie and cleaned his dirty laundry, if you get my meaning. Must have made some serious money. Honestly, no, the base pay was pretty sad. But when I did good, he gave me $1,000 tips and put me up. Never had to pay a dime in rent. What was the catch? This guy was a scumbag, a real piece of work. There was nothing he wouldn't do. Buy people out, rob them. There were so many convenient accidents. Anything to get at the competition. I was the one who kept his secrets. I made them go away. Sounds dangerous. It wasn't, until it was. One day in 1954, the casino rang me up, a voice. The boss's son said they were out of clean shirts. It was maybe 6 a.m. The sun wasn't up yet. I dropped my girl off at a sitter and rushed over to the casino. You had a daughter? Sure did. I was a single mom. in the 50s, in case you're doubting why I stayed at the job. The casino front doors were locked. Doors were never locked. Security let me in and led me to the blackjack tables, where my boss was waiting dead on the floor, blood soaking into the burgundy carpet. How awful. Awful's right. I never liked the guy, but I wasn't happy, that's for sure. Unlike his son, standing next to his dad's body, he smiled when he saw me. "You'll make this go away," he said. I nodded. Two guys, bigger than horses, stepped up behind me. They loaded my dead bodies into the trunk of a black car. One of them drove, the other made sure to sit with me in the back seat. Did you know these men? No, all their tufts looked the same. I swear they worked a year and then got put down, like my boss had been put down. Kept thinking about about where this put me. When we got to the desert, would they bury me too? But they didn't. I watched as my boss, friend of the mayor, a builder, a legend, got what he deserved, a hole in the sand. And she stayed there. I wasn't about to pick her up, at least not until things cooled down. So how did you die? I went home alone, locked all the doors and windows, turned off all the lights, and waited. Nothing happened until I nodded off. I woke to an intense heat, took a deep breath, sucking in hot black smoke. My lungs felt like they were burning. I couldn't see. They burned my home down after making sure I was inside. What about your kid? I made sure she was taken care of. Had a bunch of money stashed away. My brother in Tulsa took her in. For a long time, I couldn't bear to see her. And by the time I was ready, I couldn't find her. I can't even tell you if she's still alive. Oh, that's so sad. Sorry this got so grim. After this is all over, maybe we can grab a drink and try not to let the past haunt us, even just for an hour. Hi, Stephanie. So wait, we're actually totally 100% dead. Yes, as in afterlife, the afterlife. Yes. So you're a ghost, and I'm a ghost. Yes. Oh boy, do I need a drink. We can't get drunk anymore. Ha! It's a good thing I was kidding. I was never really a big drinker. It's funny though. I sort of feel drunk now, or I don't know, dissociated. Like the world is going on without me. It's a familiar feeling. I felt a lot when I was alive too. What was your life like? It was difficult, except not really. Mostly life was pretty good. Good job. Honestly, I never really had a job. I didn't work during high school, and I got sick my first year of college. This is hard to talk about. I had cancer, a brain tumor. It was bad. Diagnosed a week after my 19th birthday, I started getting headaches and feeling confused about things. Things would just look wrong, out of place. It's hard to describe. How long did they give you? They gave me a few months. With treatment, that turned into a year. They said it was aggressive, so they had to be aggressive. Eventually, the symptoms subsided. It seemed like they zapped it. Told me I was progression-free, whatever that means. I was allowed to go back to school, but I didn't. I retreated to my room after so much time facing death. I had a lot of trouble facing people. Funny, huh? Now I'm facing death and people. There's the bell. I guess it's back out into the world now. I had a lot to figure out. It was nice to meet you. Thanks for helping me talk this out. I want to choose Steph, just because I'm interested. She looks surprised to see you. You think it's hard to tell with the mask. Hey, what's up? Is everything okay? I just thought we should hang out. Oh, cool. I'd like that. Where should we go? The symphony? Normally I'd love to see the symphony for all the years I've played clarinet. I've never actually seen it as a professional orchestra. Another time though, maybe we could just walk around, maybe find a nice park, talk a bit. A heavy layer of snow has claimed the trees and buried the grass nearby. A cobblestone walking trail twists around the edge of a lake. You pass an old ghost sitting on a bench, tossing nothing on the ground but still going through the motions. The ghosts of geese gather around him anyway, acting out a ritual that no longer serves any purpose. This is all still so confusing. I know what you mean. I guess all ghosts must feel this, or something like it. Were you this lost when you died? For a while. How did you figure things out? Still figuring things out. Dying's not a simple thing. I just feel like I spent years on a puzzle, only to realize I'm missing pieces. They're gone. I'll never finish, and now... what do I do? Do I take the puzzle apart, be proud that I did what I could? It's still an accomplishment, I guess. But now what? What do we even do as ghosts? Do we get jobs? What's the point of anything? You can help people. I guess we have powers. We can manipulate things, right? That's up to you. When you're little, everyone asks, what do you want to be when you grow up? Now it's like, what do you want to do when you die? It's too much pressure. I gotta learn how to walk again before I figure out where to go. You have a lot of options. I keep thinking about all the things I can't do now. Eat, drink. I could go for a milkshake right now, vanilla, with a slice of apple pie, but I guess I won't taste it. There's no point in eating. So then I just want to play my clarinet, but I can't do that either. But you can do so much more. At least I can still do puzzles and finish learning Japanese. I think I'm ready to take my mask off. Oh my gosh. How do I look? You look like you. I feel like crying, the good tears, but nothing's coming out. Thanks for the talk. It helped a lot. What are ghost friends for? I'll let you know. Aww. It's hard to be a ghost, but Steph seems to like she'll be alright. What's next for you, though? That was cute. Oh, these stories are kind of cute. That made me kind of... I'm trying not to think of, like, death as something sad. And I guess that's kind of how these ghosts do, too. Some of them are just sort of like, okay, well, I get to do all this new stuff now. And although it's sort of unfair, they are processing it in a different way or using the information to their advantage. Sad.